Hello, I'm here to talk to you about your registration options for next year. Presumably, you're in pre calculus right now. After pre calculus, the world of mathematics really opens up, and there's a lot of additional choices you could take. None of these are necessarily better than any others, they're just different. I went to the trouble of highlighting the ones that are worth college credit for you in case that makes a difference. So, we're going to talk about each of your choices and what might be the better option for you. First off, the calculuses. If you are in pre-calculus right now, presumably you might want to take calculus next year. It is the prerequisite for calculus. It naturally progresses into calculus. It may not be the option for you, but I would say maybe 60 to 75% of our pre-calculus kids tend to go to one of those two calculuses. Calculus BC is 3 trimesters long. So this is 3 trimesters. And it's actually worth 2 semesters of college calculus. So it's worth an entire year's worth of calculus. So 2 semesters of college calc. Because the AP test is in May, Calculus BC actually goes a little bit faster than a regular college class, or at least at the same pace. So it's a pretty quick course. If you could take Calculus BC, you can expect a fair amount of homework, and it's going to go quickly. All right. I would only recommend Calculus BC if you meet two criteria. Number one, you're getting an A in pre-calculus. Okay. Number two, you have room in your schedule to commit the time it'll take to successfully complete BC. If you have a lot of other hard AP classes, you may not want to take BC, not because you're not capable, but because you'll be so buried in homework that you won't have a social life anymore. Right? So if you can fit it, I would strongly recommend it. If you are both getting an A in this class, you're looking for a challenge, and you've got the time to commit to that course. I would say maybe about 10% of the class tends to go to BC. We tend to run about one section of BC each year, right? AB calculus will tend to run about 3 sections of BC of AB calculus each year, mostly because more people say, hey, I can fit that in. It's not a problem. This one is also 3 trimesters long. So it's still going to take up 3 trimesters of your time, but it only covers 1 semester of college calculus, which means we've got some time that we can fit into that class to slow it down a bit. The homework load won't be quite so bad, and that it's not going to be quite as fast paced. We can spread it out, and the majority of the third try is actually a review trimester to get you all set and as prepared as you possibly can be for the AP test in May. The third trimester is technically an optional trimester. So technically, you could take 2 trimesters of AB Calc. I would not recommend you take the 2 try option. I don't know that I've ever had somebody who took the 2 try option pass the test in May. The AP Calculus tests are difficult tests, but we have a strong pass rate in this school. And that strong pass rate is in part because that third trimester does such a good job of reviewing and making sure you're ready for the AP test in May. Okay. AP statistics. Those who are wanting an AP class, but aren't so interested in calculus, might be interested in AP statistics. I'm going to explain the difference here. There's not one isn't better than the other, one isn't harder than the other, one isn't more prestigious than the other. They're just different branches of mathematics. Okay, if you're talking about language, one would be like studying French and the other would be studying Spanish. They're different languages. It's not like one is better or harder than the other. Okay. AP statistics is also has the advantage of being a 2 trimester class. So if 3 trimesters is hard to fit in your schedule, that one is 2 trimesters, you'll be able to fit it in. Statistics non-AP. That is just a 1 trimester class. I typically do not recommend this one for pre-calculus students, mostly because you're going to find yourself bored with it. It's not going to be much of a challenge for you. If you're interested in statistics, you should probably take AP statistics. If you think maybe just regular non-AP statistics would be for you, talk to your teacher. They'll be able to give you more information about that. All right. College algebra. College algebra is what it sounds like. It's algebra. A lot of it is stuff you saw in Algebra 2. A lot of it is stuff you saw again in pre-calculus. Some of it will be new. Some of it will be stuff that you haven't seen before. College algebra is essentially an algebra class. It would be the course that you would take if you are interested in taking just a general math course, but maybe not interested in advancing to the higher levels of math like calculus and statistics. Students who struggled in pre-AP pre-calculus tend to prefer taking college algebra because it will help give you a strong algebra base so that if you want to move forward to something more difficult later, you can. It's a nice course to fit in, especially if you just want a math course that counts for college credit. That's a math course that counts for college credit. If you want to refine your algebra skills, that's a course to refine your algebra skills. It is a good course to take. All right. Discrete mathematics. I highly recommend discrete mathematics. It is also 2 trimesters. It is unfortunately not college credit, but that doesn't change my recommendation. It tends to be a class that if you just enjoy math in general, it is a really fun one to take. It covers a lot of math that we typically don't see, things like cryptology and game theory and things that don't even seem like math, but it is math. So discrete mathematics is a good exploratory math course to see what other types of math are out there and what might interest you. All right, I'm going to give a more detailed description of each of these courses and then do a recap at the very end. All right, the calculus courses. Calculus is a very powerful tool in mathematics, engineering, the physical sciences, the social sciences, economics, computer science. There's a lot that calculus can do, especially physics should be in there, the physical sciences. So the calculus class actually has a lot of applications and a lot of different majors. It's a pretty good one to go to. All right, that said, AP statistics is a different type of math. It's for predicting data, determining trends, making decisions, and predicting the future. It's used in marketing and business. It's used in the environmental sciences, especially the climate sciences, biological sciences, especially any kind of science that's going to require you to take a look at a large amount of data and try to analyze that data, or any type of science where you're doing research and you need to collect some research, do some experiments, and kind of analyze your results. Stats would be a really good one for anybody interested in going in those types of fields. College algebra. This course covers algebraic functions and their applications. So review of advanced algebra and review of some pre-calc stuff. Topics include linear and quadratic functions. You've seen those before. Exponential and logarithmic functions. You saw that in pre-calc. Systems of equations and inequalities. Saw that in advanced algebra. Matrix algebra. That might be new to you. Discrete algebra might be new to you. The binomial theorem and probability. So there's going to be some new things in college algebra and some review, and that's okay. It's a good course to get a solid foundation in your algebra skills. It's a good course to get college credit for your math, especially if you didn't want to go into a high level math or science field. It's a good one to get your math done and get it done, get it over with. It's also a really good one for refining your algebra skills and getting stronger algebra skills. All right, discrete mathematics. That is the one that's not worth college credit, but it's a very good exploratory course. It's become one of the most important areas of mathematical research with applications in linear programming, network, cryptography, digital computing, all sorts of stuff. You're going to talk about something called number theory, logic, and game theory. There's combinatorics. There's all sorts of different things you're going to see in this one. It's just a really fun class where it's really hands-on and exploratory. This wouldn't be one that you're not going to attend this class and be taught, here's something, you need to learn it. It's going to be a lot more project-based and exploration-based where they throw something at you and you kind of play with it and come to conclusions on your own. All right, so once again, here are your options. Year-long worth of calculus credit. Going to be heavy on the homework and fast-paced. Make sure you're ready for it. Also a year-long class, but only covers one semester of calculus, so it spreads it out, a little bit more time in the class and slows down the pace a bit. AP Statistics, another great course. I would say these ones go hand in hand as far as Time-wise, again, just they cover completely different things. The major difference being this one is 2 try with the 3rd try optional. That's not really optional. You should take this one with 3 tries. That one is purely just 2 tries. Regular statistics, again, I don't tend to recommend. If you think it's for you, talk to your teacher. Discrete math, 2 trimesters, very exploratory, very hands-on, very project-based. College algebra, good review of algebra. All right. I hope that helped. And I will be making recommendations for all of my students. Your teachers will be making recommendations for you. Please talk to your teachers. If you have any questions, which one of these might be best for you, talk to your teacher. They can help you out. See you later.